And we're going to continue with that trend of mixing it up in our at the end of our ninth hour, heading into our 10th hour of our 24-hour global virtual vigil to unite the fight against hate all around the world. I'm super pleased to welcome our colleagues from MindLeaps in 4 different countries, Rebecca and Bashir, Shpatim. We have a number of folks who are going to be hanging out with us and literally dancing up a storm for healing and for peace. So if y'all could come on in and turn on your video and your audio, that would be wonderful. We're going to test that out. For folks who are joining just recently, we're live the whole time. There's no time for tech checks that are happening behind the scenes. You're seeing everything under the hood of this movement and of this day, for better or for worse. So yeah, come on in. Okay, great. Yep, I have to start your video, Rebecca. I'm sorry. We will do that. Great.
Oh, we're so excited to be part of this session with Together We Remember. Thank you so much, David. Thank you, Keel. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you to your small but powerful, powerful team.
Yeah, small but mighty, trying our best.
Oh, it's great to see all of you. Okay, so I get to be here today with Bashir Karenzi, our technical director at MindLeaps. And we're going to tell you a little bit about what we do at MindLeaps, but then much more exciting than all of us, we're going to travel to 4 different MindLeaps countries and meet some of our trainers, meet some of our beneficiaries, and see what all of this is about. So we promise you it'll get more exciting and more creative as we go.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, go for it, please.
So many things to say about MindLeaps that we don't want to lose even a moment. But I think one of the things that's the most relevant is when we look at the mission of Together We Remember and the tools that we want to use to build peace and to fight hate around the world, you can see this message that everything needs to be a movement. It can't just be it can't just be one organization, one voice, one moment in time. It requires a change in thinking. And that's what MindLeaps tries to tap into with a totally different tool that we want to add to the diplomatic toolkit, which is the creative arts and dance. Yeah. And maybe that seems a little bit unusual or ineffective when we say, oh, dance can change the world. But actually, there's a way that dance and the arts can reach people that need to be reached in post-conflict countries, in countries in crisis like the United States today, and in other places around the world. And maybe I could go Carl Wilkins style and help to show why we think that that's true at MindLeaps by telling a story. It's a true story of 2 boys, one named Pasi and one named Patrick. And I got the chance to meet both of these kids in 2008, the first time I went to Bashir's country, Rwanda. And Patrick and Pasi were both really struggling on the streets. As you've heard Carl say, and so many people say, it's not so easy, surprisingly, to build a country after a genocide. And kids are trying to survive, and they're trying to find a way to make ends meet, and they're not going to school, and yet their whole lives are ahead of them because they're just kids. And Patrick and Pasi were 2 of these kids that loved dance. And anywhere there was a dance class, they would show up. I mean, it didn't even have to be a dance class. You would just see them dancing on the streets all the time. And slowly, as MindLeaps started, and we organized a way for kids to come and access classes and centers, Patrick joined MindLeaps. And he went through this whole program. And Pasi didn't join MindLeaps. And that was 12 years ago. And Patrick is now thriving in secondary school. He speaks English. He is articulate. He often tells me what I should and should not do. And he has these dreams, and he's supporting his younger sibling. And Pasi is still trying to fight and make things work on the street every day. And he has a couple of kids, and he can't articulate his future. So there's something that happens when a kid like Patrick joins MindLeaps and is able to put himself on a path towards independence. And that's what MindLeaps is interested in. And that's the tool that we're trying to add to the toolkit for peace building. Bashir, I mean, you know, both these kids, we're going to meet Patrick in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But like, can you tell us, like, how does a kid end up at MindLeaps, and what happens there that's so magical that then makes these kids tell us they want to be doctors and lawyers?
Yes.
Easy question, right?
Easy question. I would say we have safe spaces, our centers, especially in Africa, particularly in Africa. So these kids, like for example, you say Patrick. So Patrick works at the center, and we open the door for him. So these kids who seem hopeless and kind of going through hardship, they all have an open door to the center. So they come and they go through dance, which is to develop their life skills, and then we provide them with a sanitation. We also give them a digital literacy program, but most importantly, we sponsor them to go to school, and also we work with their families to support their families so they can keep on thriving, but also really ensure that they get to their dreams.
And when we first started, that was 14 kids, and now it's over 3,000 kids a year in 6 different countries. 5 in Africa and North Macedonia, which you'll also get to hear from today in the Balkans. So Bashir, I know that everybody is staying home. Bashir recently taught me how to say stay home in Kinyarwanda. Guma Murugu.
Guma Murugu, exactly.
Okay, Guma Murugu. So while we're doing Guma Murugu, maybe you can tell us and show us. Yeah, let's try it. It's more interesting to try it than listen to me talk. About what this means when like we move around and then somehow we think differently because of this thing we call dance.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do dance.
Okay, you can do it sitting down, but it would be so much more exciting if we all stood up and did it. You're just at home. You're at Guma Murugu, so it doesn't matter what you look like.
Easy steps. Try.
Yeah.
Try with us. So I'm going to give you 4 movements, lower body, and then we will try to create the upper body together. So these are the kind of exercises that we give to our kids. Maybe to remind all vulnerable youth, we mean street children and refugee youth across Africa. And then we also have a program abroad in North Macedonia. So let's try.
For the next 5 minutes, all of you get to be a MindLeaps student.
Okay.
Okay, ready,
okay. So let's start like this.
Yeah.
So legs. So 1, just jump.
Oops, I didn't do it well. Do it again for me.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, and.
Jump.
Okay, good. All together. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay. Second, just bring your leg up. If you are sitting, doesn't matter, just put your leg here. So then 1 and 2. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. 1 and 2. Again, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Let's open 3.
Oh my goodness, I have to balance.
Inside. You can put here or here. Okay, from 1 to 3. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me add 4. That's, I promise, it's just
only
4 movements. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Just jump to the side. This is 4.
Yo.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Now we are going to add arms.
Ooh, wow.
Please feel free to add the arms or like send us any arms. Okay, please, Rebecca, give us the arm for 1.
For 1, let's do like a hug position.
Hug. Everyone, like just hug. 5, 6, 7, and hug.
see, if you're scared to stand up and do it in your house, you can just sit and you can still do the arms.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, and 1. This is the hug. Then 2, I would say like open your arms to everyone.
Oh, beautiful. That's
okay.
so I wanted.
5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Okay, bring us 3.
So 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do like we're really frustrated, like on 3.
On 3. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Last one. Like we hug here. 1. We open our arms. Kind of frustrated. And then we just say hi. Hi. This is 4. Okay, let's do. Let's do again. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All together. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we flip it from 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yeah.
Oh, with music. Rebecca with music, and then we flip. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
And Bashir has also been teaching me more words in Kinyarwanda. And when we do this, it's called Yambi. Right?
Yambi, yeah, Yambi.
Yambi. So let's all say Yambi.
Let's say Yambi.
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 I hope everyone's shouting at their cameras, Yambi.
Yambi.
Okay, here we go. So let's say Yambi as we do our hug.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, and Yambi. Open. Oh. Hi. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and Yambi. Open. Hi. Okay, now we flip it. So we start with hi. Let's
wow. So
5, 6, 7.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes. Hi. Open and
Yambi.
One more time. 5, 6, 7.
Backwards.
Okay. Hi. Open. Yummy. Yes?
Yeah.
From the top. All together from the top.
1,
5.
2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4, 3, 2, 1. All together. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Yummy. Open. Hi. And hi. Open. Yummy. Thank you.
Let's go faster.
Faster. Okay. Ready. 5, 6, 7, and
Yummy.
open. And
Hi.
and hi. Open.
Oh no, we did it wrong.
Yummy. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, now you know Guma Morogo and you know Yambi.
Okay. Guma Murugo and Yambi.
So as we do this strange little exercise, we want to show you how, like, it's easy, like anyone can do it. And MindLeaps isn't about creating professional dancers, but what it is about is when we do certain movements, then we connect with certain mental skills. And imagine, I mean, some of you sitting there have PhDs, right? And maybe you still had to use some of your brain power to do such a simple exercise. So imagine how that could trigger your mental capacity if you were a kid like Patrick and didn't have a chance to go to school, and then you started this program. Like, what are some of the skills that you might develop when we do strange exercises like that?
Of course, as you've seen, we struggled with our memorization.
Memorization.
Mm-hmm. And then it requires grit. For those who tried, you have really grit, which is a required skill to really be successful.
And also, Bashir's asking us to come up with different arms. So we're using our creativity. We want to encourage our kids to raise their ideas, ask questions, all of these skills that we would normally develop if we had parents or a safe place to sleep or the chance to go to formal education.
And of course, teamwork. So we need to communicate. Collaboration is an important tool in the community.
Yeah. So actually, MindLeaps developed 7 skills. So let's list them off really quickly.
Okay, memorization, grit, teamwork, discipline, self-esteem, creativity, language. Guma mu rugo yambi.
Yeah. What word did you learn in Kinyarwanda today?
Yambi.
Yambi.
Guma mu rugo.
So we just want to give you a small insight into what is a highly standardized program, and now as Bashir works with 94 trainers around the world, all teaching this particular curriculum and managing a software application that measures how these social emotional learning skills change. All of those things, and all of the construct of an NGO, at the heart of it is how we tap into this tool, this power of the arts to really build these networks of communication and mental development that can build peace in the end. So what we want to do now is travel a little bit. I know that you have to do Guma Morogo, you have to stay at home, but maybe we can help to travel us around the world a little bit. Bashir and I will come in and out and say some things as we go. But what we want to do is we want to start with Rwanda. Bashir's home country, of course, we have to start with Rwanda. And what we're going to do first is we're going to show you just this 2-minute video that's great, which are these trainers from rural Rwanda called Masoro. And all they wanted to do is show you what they're doing when they're staying home. Guma Morogo.
Guma Morogo.
Thank you.
My name is Joseph Roberts. Together, we remember.
From MindLeaps Masoro at Rwanda. Together we remember.
Together we remember.
Hello, my name is Matilashime from MindLeaps Masoro. Together we remember.
I'm Sandrine. Together we remember.
Hey, together we remember.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Aderine from MindLeaps Masoro. Together we remember.
Thank you. Together we remember.
From MindLeaps Masoro at Rwanda. Together we remember.
Thank you for seeing some of our wonderful trainers in Masoro. And I think what we kind of are reminded at is sometimes we lose a lot, whether or not it's what happened 26 years ago in Rwanda or some countries and some people today with COVID. But dance is something that you can't take away. Dance is always inside you. So now we get to meet Sally and our team, some of the members of our special team in Kigali, Rwanda. We wish we were with you, Sally, in Rwanda.
Oh, Michigan. Good to meet you here.
So Sally is going to introduce us to some of our wonderful students in Rwanda, and including Patrick. And we'll see you on the other side, Sally. Thank you.
Good. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be here. Though I'm not seeing you guys, but it's really great to be here. It's been a good pleasure working with MindLeaps. I've been working with MindLeaps since sort of for 10 years now, actually. And it's been a wonderful journey seeing kids' lives change, from struggling on the streets to where they are now. And most of them are in school. And those who used to be, kids you would never actually, bear their behaviors are now great kids. And it's been a wonderful thing to see it happen. It's seeing that dream come true. I'm really so glad to be part of this wonderful organization. I'm here with Ali and Patrick, and I have Giselle and Zifa. And I'll introduce them to you. And why don't we first watch something from them right now? Okay? All right, good. Giselle and Zifa, can you show us something? Great.
Anybody I know riches, what they want to know. Anybody I know riches, what they want to know. And I need to be so anxious. I need a heartbeat out loud. Without the race, begging me all the way home. Moments to cherish the space. So quick to move on and no pressure. And we got the rest, got the rest, got the rest of our lives. We got the rest, got the rest, got the rest of our lives. Oh, you really want it? Oh, you really need it? We got the rest, got the rest, got the rest of our like you want to hate it for the joke is over. Instead of letting what's scripted play out. But acting like we're in a race. Begging me, no, I don't know anymore. Take a moment to cherish the space. So quick to move on, no pressure. And we got the rest, got the rest. We got the rest, we got the rest, got the rest of our lives. Oh, you gonna really want it? Oh, you gonna really need it? We got the rest, got the rest of our lives.
Great. I hope you have been doing that. That is Sifa and then Giselle. Okay? Good, very, very, very welcome back, Ali. Good. This is Patrick, he's one of the students, and also Ali. These are the two, some of the two things we started with at Bidesco, the very first time when we started these classes here in Rwanda at Bidesco. And Patrick, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, hello, I'm Patrick, and I began with MindLeaps in 2010, and right now I'm happy because I'm still living in MindLeaps, and then I'm really now happy because they are still helping.
Good. And Ali, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, by name of Sumana Ari, and I am one of the students in MindLeaps.
Good, Ali. Ali, can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Yeah, all about my story is, my story was so deep that before I have come to MindLeaps, but now my future is bright now, and I am hopeful that I have met with Rebecca, Bashir, and non-staff members of MindLeaps in different parts of this world. Yeah.
Good. Very good. Ali, which class are you in now?
Now I'm in grade 7.
Thank you. Grade 7. Good. And Ali, what are your dreams for?
Yeah, my dreams, I hope that I will become a doctor in the future.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, Ali. How about Patrick? Which grade are you in now?
I am in grade 10.
Grade 10, great. And Patrick, can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Oh, as you see me, my life was very bad and very difficult to understand because I was pretty sad, and then I didn't know that my life would be changed. But because of dancing and studying, I thank MindLeaps so much.
Good, thank you so much, Patrick. And what are your dreams, Patrick?
My dream, maybe I wish that if I study and I finish, I will be a businessman.
Oh wow, a businessman, that's great. Oh wow, thank you so much, Patrick and Ali. And yes, that is MindLeaps Rwanda, and we are the Team Bell Center right now. And we are so grateful to present to you right now. We have something before we say goodbye, okay? All right, guys, let's go. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, let's go. And 1, 2, go, girl.
Okay, Murakoze Chane.
Thank you, Sally.
Thank you so much, Team Rwanda. We wish we were there with you, but soon. Thank you. So now, as you can see, some of these kids like Patrick and Ali, I remember when they first came to MindLeaps, it wasn't even MindLeaps at that time, it was just us. None of them could speak English, and it's so different for me now to be able to listen to these kids talk to me in my language and be able to share things that I never knew that they were saying before. So I have to work on my Kinyarwanda skills. Yambi, right?
Yambi and Guma Murugo.
Guma Murugo, yeah. So we also have Guma Murugo. We also have Reste à la Maison in our next country. Now we're headed off to Guinea Conakry in West Africa.
Yeah, West Africa, Guinea.
Yes, and there we will be greeted again by a couple of our students who are able to come to our center there, and our amazing team, Ansum and Conde, our country director, and Martin, who runs the program there with another incredible team. Now we get a chance to practice our French skills.
Okay.
So here we go to West Africa. Welcome, bienvenue. J'espère que vous êtes bien.
Bienvenue en dessous.
Vous allez bien aujourd'hui, j'espère. Problem. So in Guinea, we're also running a program similar to our center, and we have a COVID operation there, and the country is also affected by COVID right now, as are all of the MindLeaps countries. But we're very fortunate so far. All of our kids, all of our trainers, and all of our staff are safe. So I think if we can maybe jump to our Guinea video and then we can connect back with the team on the other side, although I see Ansu here.
Yeah, I see Ansu.
See them here? Okay, let me see if I can find them.
Yeah.
Let's try one more time. There we go.
Otherwise, we're gonna have to practice our French. S'embrasser. Oh, non.
Yambi, Yambi. On peut dire Yambi, c'est juste Yambi.
On va utiliser Yambi en français aussi.
Hello, can you hear us now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Bashir, and thank you, Rebecca. Yes, thank you so much to be here. We are really happy to spend that time with you, all guys, present at that event. My name is Ansu, and I'm a country director of MindLeaps Guinea. This is Martin, and this is Ibrahima, and the two kids of MindLeaps Guinea Center, the permanent center at MindLeaps Guinea. There's now 3 years, and we have more than 230 kids coming actively at the center. And yes, we have more than 68 kids going to the school at that time. Yes, as I said, so we have more than 68 kids going to the center. And yes, I will let Martin soon explain. Yes, I will let Martin explain a little bit about the coronavirus situation in Guinea. And then Ibrahim will present a little performance with the kids today. And that is for you guys. Thank you.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Martin Momadouno. Nous sommes très contents aujourd'hui de participer à cet événement de Together We Remember. Et nous allons partager avec vous la situation de la Guinée durant cette épidémie de coronavirus.
Hello everyone, my name is Martin Mamadino. I'm happy to share that time with you, and we are happy to participate in this event together. To share with you a news of the program in the fight against coronavirus.
Dans ce cadre, le centre est actuellement fermé pour les enfants parce que dans le pays, le port du masque est obligatoire et ainsi que l'application des gestes barrières et la distanciation sociale.
So in this context, the center is currently closed. 10 people is prohibited in the country, and wearing of a mask is obligatory for everyone.
So thank you so much. As David is pulling up our video for Guinea, as you've heard, Ansu and Martin, who run the program there, they operate a center where we serve 257 children. And Ibrahim is our top instructor there, just like Sally. And
okay.
Yes, you're back.
Ready? Yeah!
Thank you so much. Bye.
MindLeaps Gaming. 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 MindLeaps Gaming.
Check this out. 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 Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. So we know it's hard to do those things while you're staying at home. But when you're free to travel again, you should all go to Guinea and see the incredible, incredible talent there.
Yeah, very energetic.
Yeah.
Very
So
challenging.
energetic. Yeah, that's what I do in my spare time is stand on Bashir's head. Okay. Okay, now we want to visit North Macedonia, MindLeaps' newest program, brand new. It started just before the COVID crisis with our team there, Shpeitim Latifi, and our trainers. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm here with the MindLeaps dancers, and I want to introduce everybody now. This is Avni, Dielza, Besar, Janeta, Aikuna, and Andy. So we've been, as you, Rebecca, mentioned, we have started the program only in March, and we were fortunate enough to have Rebecca and Bashir here for the first couple of weeks, but unfortunately, due to the situation with the coronavirus, which is a global issue now, we had to send them back to the United States, but we have continued with our online classes. So the idea is to get our trainers here to work with hundreds of youth and students from Skopje and North Macedonia to dance, and also through dance help them with making positive life decisions. As some of you may know, our youth have challenges in different segments. We definitely need an improved or better education system. Also, most of the times, youth do not have quality content in their lives. So the program is really helping our dancers and our students soon enough, we hope, to practice and to socialize and to work together and to decrease the level of so-called threat or violence, especially violent extremism. So this is the goal, one of the goals of our project. So right now I'm gonna ask Avni and Dielza to say a couple of things, and then we will go ahead with a dance performance that we've been practicing for the last couple of weeks. So I hope you all like it.
Hello everyone, I want to say some statistics from the youth in North Macedonia. So the statistical office in North Macedonia did analyze and the statistics on an average on a day. So youth use time in this way. So sleeping 8 hours and 59 minutes. Free activities 5 hours and 35 minutes. Free activities is home activities, so it means about 53 minutes. Traveling 1 hour and 30 minutes. Studying or education 2 hours and 46 minutes. So other personal care or 1 hour and 5 minutes, and volunteer work or help. So it's so according to the study on youth trends in North Macedonia, it means that the 50 of the age 15 to 29, so the youth that is 50% in North Macedonia do not practice any physical activities or sports, and the MindLeaps will get it, so we need to increase with MindLeaps.
So our program in North Macedonia the youth and the teenagers because they are thinking tools, and that's very important for here. It helps to youth increase their self-esteem. They become better, they think wider, they become and they think what's different. Teachers, they are more responsible for here and they compete within themselves. That's a very good thing, and I'm glad that I'm part of this.
Okay, well, without further ado, we would like to continue our answer comments. So I hope you enjoy it.
I dug a single seed into the ground. I hope it grows, grows. In a year or two, if you're around, you'll see a rose, rose. Pack me up and keep me hidden somewhere that you can find me. On this train to Paris, going nowhere. Draw the bridge behind me. Don't be gone too long, 'cause you won't be there to love me when you're gone. Don't be gone too long. Tell me who's gonna love me when you're gone. Golden leaves are dancing on the ground. It's getting cold, cold. Safe from time will be forever young, never old. Oh, see a ball of fire out in space, zooming up behind me. All the wonder written on your face was there inside me. Bring it back to me, bring it back to me. Is it really over? Bring it back to me, bring it back to me. Is it over? Bring it back to me, bring it back to me. Is it really over? Bring it back to me, bring it back to me. Don't be gone too long. Don't be gone too long. I'll be there to love you. When it's over. Don't be gone too long. It's really over. Who's gonna love me when you're gone?
My name is Francis Bulambo. I'm Congolese by nationality. I'm 18 years old. I stay in Kampala, Uganda. I came in Uganda in 2012. And I came in Kampala not because of adventure or because of good life. I left my home country, which is DRC, because of war. Both my mom and my dad were killed. My dad was a business guy who traded in gold and precious materials. By the time the war started, my dad was killed by the soldiers. So there we had to leave the country. When I came in Uganda, I had nowhere to sleep. I found myself in town, sleeping near the road. I can't narrate all my stories because it is too bulky. But I just thank God because now I'm Vivius. I came to join MindLeaps in 2017, January. Went to go to partnership with Refugee Ears. I remember the first time me to join MindLeaps was on Friday, where they called us at CSC. So at first time, I couldn't believe that MindLeaps was so wonderful and good to me. Because right now, it has helped me to solve many of my problems and challenges which I used to face here in Kampala. Because if it was not MindLeaps, even right now, I could have only continued with the negative attitude. I'm the kind of person who used just to feel like killing myself or holding a gun and killing everyone in the society just to pay back to what happened to me. But MindLeaps has helped me to be friend to many people from different society and different communities. Now I can meet people from different places, street kids, good people, humble people. Both now can manage to be with them because of MindLeaps. I've managed to survive in this life. Even I have the idea and I know my future is going to be great because of the positive attitude which MindLeaps has impacted to me. So everyone who is outside there, I thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you.
We're so grateful for Francois, one of our amazing Congolese refugees in Kampala, to share his story with us. And part of what's possible in Uganda is because of our tremendous, brilliant, my teacher, our country director, Martha Boa-Peace in Kampala, Uganda. Thank you so much for joining us, Martha.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Bua Martha Peace, and I am the country director, MindLeaps Uganda. In Uganda, we work with both the urban and in the settlement with refugees. In the urban centers, we work through other organizations who are dealing with street children, child-headed households, families living below the poverty line. But also in the refugee settlement, we work with children that have fled from their countries of origin and come to Uganda to seek asylum. What is similar in both cases is that the children that we interface with have been through so much. And they often profess with nightmares, they have anger management issues, they're fighting with aggression, they're fighting with insomnia, substance abuse, because of a lot that keeps on going in their communities. And when MindLeaps came with dance, it created a forum for the children to come together and stay as children. But it also gave them direction, that positive life decision making. And also universal children are attracted to dance. It brings out the best in them, helps them express themselves. And in my journey with MindLeaps, two stories stand out in particular. One is for a boy called Francis. He was 14 years when he ran away from Rwanda and came to live on the streets of Uganda. When MindLeaps interfaced with Frank, he was going through substance abuse. He had been battered on the streets. He had aggression, anger management. He would not stay in one place for a long period of time. But with the therapy, the dance, Frank was able to deal with substance abuse. But not only that, Frank agreed to go back to school. For his age, he went to a class that is lower, but he's determined to make his dream of becoming a lawyer come true. My second story is for Naomi, a 16-year teenage mother who, during flight, was gang raped by the soldiers and became pregnant. By the time we interfaced with her in Oruchinga refugee settlement, she had a 9-month-old baby. And with all the negativity in the community about a mother joining a dance class, it was difficult for Naomi to fit in. She came with very low self-esteem, with anger, with aggression. But after attending therapy lessons, the dance, Naomi began to shine. You could see the child in her has been discovered again. She got that opportunity to live, to be happy. And as we talk now, through the help of MindLeaps, she is actually doing tailoring. She wants to become a tailor so that she can be able to support herself and her child. It is stories like that that make my life worth living. It is that resilience, that journey that these children walk, but also their ability to bounce back from a lot that makes our work worthwhile. Thank you so much for listening.
Martha, you're incredible. Thank you. So we want to join Lamar back in, and we just want to say thank you so much for Together We Remember for giving us this opportunity as we do Guma Morogo and Yambi, even in isolation. Lamar, please just say a couple of words as we sign off and thank Together We Remember as a team. Grab your mic, Lamar. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Lamar Baylor, and I'm the artistic consultant for MindLeaps. And I just want to say thank you so much to the team of Together We Remember, and thank you for all of the country directors that MindLeaps works with for presenting today and the beautiful dancing and beautiful work that is going on. MindLeaps needs your help, and we appreciate it if you all could support us by visiting our website at www.mindleaps.org, and know that we love and we care about each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lamar. Thank you, David. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Keel. Thank you, Together We Remember.
Together We Remember.
Together We Remember.
Yeah, and our mission is turning remembrance into action. I can't think of any better kind of action than dance. And that was incredible. What a performance. What a journey you just took us on. Thank you so much for helping to kind of exfoliate our souls and get us ready for what's coming next. And